Salutations and good morning everyone, welcome back to another Grounded Update video where today we're going to be hopping in and reading through all of the patch notes that are currently out in the 0.12.0 patch, or the 12.0 patch as I like to call it, for the Into the Woods update. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down every single one of the things that are in here, give you guys a little bit of insight on them, and give you guys a general walkthrough of everything in here. But before we go any further, make sure you guys hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and turn your bell notification to all, and also please don't forget to leave me a comment down below if you guys have any other ideas that you would like to see videos on as well. So let's hop in, let's talk about it. It says, note for test. The new areas are still in active development. We encourage everyone to build in these areas for feedback and testing purposes, but please keep in mind that the terrain and objects in these areas might shift or move before the official release of 12. Please also keep in mind that as we continue to add new items in the game during our testing period, there's always a chance that you're going to build in the test may not work expected when moving to the live build. Thank you. Okay, so it says, first of all, let's talk the three new areas we got. We got the barbecue spill, we got the shed surroundings, and the wood pile. So the barbecue spill is a sizzling hot area that you prepare to journey through the ashy wastelands of the barbecue spill. If you guys have seen any of my other videos or watched my stream, you guys will know that this is a very spicy area, and it's very dangerous to go in there, especially without antlion gear on. But it's really cool looking. The shed surroundings filled with plenty of items to explore and new creatures to encounter. We know you'll find plenty to do in this exciting area. This is the first like tier 3 area in the game that's actually really difficult for you to go around through and explore, so it's really cool to see that. And then the wood pile, traverse into the depths of the wood pile, but be aware because as you lumber down to the halls, you will quickly realize you are not alone. There is a lot of termites over there. It's really cool. Speaking of, there are 10 new bugs that got added to the game. You have the termite, the soldier termite, the ladybug larva, you have the ladybird, you have the black ox beetle, the roly-poly not sickly, the green shield bug, the dust mite, the scarab, and the infected wolf spider. Now the infected wolf spider, I'll tell you guys right off the bat, I'm having a problem finding that one. As soon as it's updated and we can actually find it, I'll let you guys know exactly where it is. But I have fought most of these and they are really cool and they are really hard. So it brings a really cool aspect to the game that I cannot wait for all of you guys to be able to experience. New crafting content. We have a termite axe, tier 3, the black ox hammer, tier 3. You need to kill the black ox beetle in order to get the black ox hammer. The termite chest armor, the splinter arrows, the new secret weapon, made a video of it. It's up on the channel if you guys want to check that out. Hint, 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 spicy. New set of base floors, burrweed, so we'll have to check that out. And 2 new meals, one available now and one will follow in an update. The meal that is available right now is the black ox burger. All right, so we got some new features. We have the research survey stations. So there are survey stations that operate to look for resources in the yard. After flipping the switch in the hedge lab, the surveyor system across the yard will become powered. So you got to go over to the hedge lab and flip the switch in order to activate those. I'll make a video giving you guys a complete walkthrough of how to use the surveyors as well. Okay. Then they also activated custom game options. So custom game options allow you to do things like difficulty, all resources unlocked for free, bug spawn, bugs ignore players, building integrity, meaning do you have to actually have it supported or not, quests, player damage, friendly fire, pet invincibility, hunger/thirst drain, stamina drain, equipment durability, food spoiling, menu pause game, and backpack items on death. The cool thing about backpack items on death is that this actually can make it so you lose everything that's in your backpack when you die, thus making it so you have a hardcore game. It's pretty cool. All right, you have the peep R mode, which is using your hands like this and using them as binoculars, which is pretty cool. It says peep reconnaissance is a SCA.B executable feature, turning your tiny little hands into wave light amplifying chambers that bring the distance into focus. Peep off in the far reaches of the yard and drop player waypoint markers. These markers show you up on the map and other players' screens for better team peeping and navigation around the yard. Place a waypoint by looking at the spot, and place a waypoint by opening the map. We also got building customization. This is another really cool thing that got added. With this one, it allows you to adjust bounce webs for angle and power. Also, you can adjust firefly, hanging lanterns, sap sconces, mold sconces, and they can also be turned on and off now. And when I mean adjust them, I mean you can now change the color and the brightness of them, which is pretty freaking cool. All right, and then armor dummies can now be posed with any of the poses of it usable in photo mode, which is pretty neat. there is a couple of new ones in there, including the peeper one that you can use. So it allows you to see what you're going to look like wearing your armor in that stance. So if you're looking to do some cool photography, that might help. All right, we have an improved data page. I love this. When I saw this, I loved it. It says the data tab in your SCA.B menu has been improved to better organize and show information. Items and information will be categorized by where it came from and what it pertains to. You will also have entries and descriptions of all notable locations discovered in the game, as well as known how many you are missing from each area. So in other words, this is kind of helping out for that completionist, and also for those of you who have OCD like myself, who like things to be very, very neat and organized. So pretty excited to see this one come into play. Improved data page. This one I really like as well. It's the data tab in your SCA.B menu has been improved to better organize and show information, items, information that will be categorized by where it came from or what it pertains to. You also have entries and descriptions about all notable locations. Okay, so I'm sorry, I just read that again. Status effect stay. The status effects are now displayed with tooltips on the backpack and status screens. Active status effects will also be displayed on the HUD below the SCA.B display. This is really cool because it tells you whenever you have a positive or negative effect on you, whether it's coming from a bug or from food that you're eating. Our additional features, they added some more languages, which is always appreciative. So really thank you guys for adding new languages, because those people who are Thai, Turkish, Arabic, or Japanese like to play grounded in their native language, and now they can. Craft many. Craft many button in the crafting menu will allow you to craft 5 of something at a time. Heck yes. Copy, place, building. You now can quickly select a building blueprint to start placing down by walking up to it and already placing building and hitting the copy interact action. This will allow you to quickly copy the building blueprint without always needing to open up the building menu. So that's really cool. I was watching them do it with some furnaces. It's pretty neat. I don't see a huge need for it for myself, but it's still pretty cool. Storage hot deposit. One of my other favorite things about this game, about this new update, is that you can now hot deposit by walking up to a chest and just holding E, and anything in your inventory that matches what's in that chest will automatically be moved and organized. So I love it. It's such a good update. Achievements. Added 8 new achievements. Note, achievements on Steam will not be viewable during public test build period. So I will not be able to actually go over these unless I go over them on the PlayStation or Xbox to give you guys an update on what's going on with the achievements. So, changes / tuning systems. If a player dies with a bow equipped, the ammo type will carry on to the respawning. That's awesome. You can all rest at any time of the day. You will rest for 8 hours and will not be able to rest again until you've been awake long enough to rest again. So this is pretty cool because it allows you to be able to pass time a little bit faster if you're waiting for things. But be warned, that's going to make it so you have to stay up all night. But there are a couple reasons to stay up all night now. Controls. Added level camera on sprint option. Many UI controls that had not previously been bindable in the options menu now are. Mutations. Blade Master no longer repairs the durability of swords, now reduces the stamina cost of the next several attacks when preceded. Javelin no longer slows enemies, now reduces the enemy's resistance when preceded. Cool. That means when they keep trying to attack you. Lots of stuff for accessibility, lots of stuff for content, building and health repair tool. So this is pretty good. Building structure health values have been increased across the game. That's a big one to point out right there, because we have seen things that are starting to attack you a little bit more. This would also help with that cool idea that I had before of having some sort of tower defense type of wait and play mode. All right. Interface updates. There's a lot of interface updates here for you guys. I'll leave it there for a second so you guys can read it. Weapon upgrades. Weapon upgrades can now be upgraded to +9. 8 and 9 require new materials, which are the gems. Damage and durability increase per level up has been reduced across the board. It's probably why my weapons weren't doing as much damage. Upgraded weapons will now require additional resources to repair. Interesting. That's a good one to look at. Doors. Base doors now properly save and load with the direction the door was open. Curved doors now only open in the outward direction. Alright, building in general. Update the smoothie mixer art. This looks really cool. The smoothie maker looks way cooler than it did before, so I really appreciate them going through and doing that. Building placement. Buildings of all the same shape are now grouped in the building radial. So in other words, floors are grouped with floors. You don't have like floor, then you go over to the next one and you have stem floors, and you go to the next one and you have, pebble floors. They're all now in the same area, which is really cool. Structural buildings no longer allowed to overlap unbuildable materials, plastic, glass, and metal. Large foliage such as grass and rocks will now block placement of certain non-structural buildings. Spinning wheel and grinder. The spinning wheel and grinder UIs have been updated to work similar to the oven UI to support some features. And they allow you to pull things out of your oven. You can see a list of recipes. You can grind grass planks and weed stems into plant fiber and stuff like that. So this one's really cool. Optimization. Improved CPU performance and hosts and multiplayer. That's really good because the better the CPU performance, the better the game is running. World and resources. Grass blades drop planks with only a 20% drop rate when destroyed by explosives. Grass blades break immediately when destroyed by explosives. Creature sickly roly-polies no longer drop sickly parts. Items. Using a dandelion tuft no longer requires stamina. That's good. Crusty roly-poly armor no longer craftable. That's a bummer. A complete crusty roly-poly set can be found hidden around the yard instead. That's neat. Antlion armor can now be considered medium armor. Oh, cool. So the antlion armor is no longer light armor. It's now medium armor. Cool. And then they have a bunch of bug fixes. So I'm just going to leave this up for a second. If you guys want to go ahead and read through that, you are more than welcome to. And obviously, at the end, we always have Ominent Practical Technologies is classified, which means more to come, guys. So this was a really, really big update that's out so far. I have a whole list of different things that I'm going to be making videos on, guys. So this is just the beginning. So thank you guys all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe today. Also, please do not forget to turn your bell notification to all, because there's been many videos that have come out that you guys probably don't even know that are out there because your bell notification is not set to all. Also, please don't forget to leave me a comment down below. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.